Hi, you guys. Okay, P Valley Season 2, Episode 2, 7 Pounds of Pressure. Miss Boss Lady Haley, she is holding her auditions for the grand reopening today. And the line is wrapped around the corner with all these thick Miss New Booty women. And Big L, he got on his best fit. So he on his best bullshit. He over there flirting with the ladies. And look at Wanda from Snowfall. Big L gonna tell her that she need to go across the street and apply to be a sweeper. She said, "You got me fucked up if you think I'm an ugly ass sweeper." Well, damn. Are sweepers ugly? Booties are popping, and all the girls are trying to get a spot at the pink. The highlight was the white girl and the girl Big L told to go across the street and be a sweeper. Like Uncle Clifford said, they ate. All Mercedes could think of as she's watching them perform was these bitches are going to be the new bottom bitches and take all her cash flow. Better step your game up, Mercedes. It's new blood in the building. Uncle Clifford said it's only a few polar spots for the next week's grand reopening. So may the best pole assassin win. Uncle Clifford, he brings out Mercedes and he introduces her as the Pink's best pole assassin, and she will be announcing the winners. And the winners are Whisper and Roulette. And Roulette had a nerve to have a little attitude because her name wasn't called first. For the last winner, Haley, she snatches the mic out of Mercedes' hand and she wants Big Bone. Now, Big Bone, she doesn't know how to work the pole. Sadie, she like, look, bitches think it's just about popping your booty, but if you want money, you want these niggas to come out their pocket, you're gonna have to gangster walk that ceiling. In Haley eyes, Big Bone, she has the look, and she's like, okay, fine, if she can't work the pole, she can't dance, well, I can use her behind the bar. Oh, look at Derek's gutter nigga baby. Yep, that's what his daddy said to Diamond. If he sees it in Diamond, a black man, then he sees it in his son, a black boy. Diamond bitch ass is out there talking to Sheriff Bailey, trying to press charges on Diamond for that old ass shit. It's been like 5 months. That gutter nigga done fucked up his ego as well. Well, Sheriff Bailey lets him know that if he charged Diamond with assault, then he would have to charge Derek as well. Sorry, you don't have a case, you little snitch. He got some nerve. He don't tell when he beats Keyshawn ass black and blue. Keyshawn and Sheriff Bailey is out there talking, and Keyshawn, she's explaining her internet job, which he asked, was it porn? Hell no. And she explained what it is and her brand deals. Now, Sheriff Bailey, he's picking for information. He asks Keyshawn, he says to Keyshawn, I bet you Uncle Clifford didn't know that stripper would become the new owner. Did you ever get her real name? And Keyshawn tells him, like, you never ask a stripper her real name. She has to give it to you. You have to earn it. Remember, last season, he recognized Haley on the missing person picture. So he definitely know that Haley is connected to Martavius. And he also was in connection with Martavius. So this season, he may be investigating that whole connection and what that was about. Mercedes, she's giving Roulette and Whisper sort of an orientation. And she's doing pole tricks, but her shoulder is killing her. Roulette gonna come up there and say, Big Ma, I can go down to the 7-Eleven and get you some of them bottles of green alcohol for you. Bitch, if you don't go on somewhere. That was funny. Mercedes said to Big L, I know this little bitch didn't call me a grandmother. Big L, he's in there installing some new chrome poles and a ring. Mercedes, she's testing it out, and she said the chrome poles is less slip and less flex, but she loves the wobbly ass brass poles that she's used to. And this idea was, of course, Massa Holly's orders. And Big L tells Mercedes that she did get them out of a hole, but the devil started out as an angel. Corbin and Andre had the nerve to show up at the Pink, right? So they want to talk business. They want to buy the Pink, and they offered a little dick price of $500K. Uncle Clifford tells them, no, we're going to need a little bigger dick. Andre thinks he just can't see the logic in it. They're offering 15 times more than what the property is worth. Corbin says to Haley, just 5 months ago you was over here on your knees butt naked. Now 500 G's isn't enough. Haley had to tell them something, and Haley knew her shit. So Uncle Clifford, he just sat back and let Haley do her thing. So Haley explains to them that there's market value and then there's worth. Now here at the Pink, the supply and demand is need and desire, which hold value. He tells them, now, if we was to sell the Pink, we would have to sell its needs and desires, which is worth $10 million. Corbin, he wants slapped the fuck off. Bitch, are you out your godforsaken mind? Uncle Clifford cuts him off, and he reminds him of where he was just 5 years ago, broke and without a pot to piss in. Uncle Clifford tells them, you think you slick. I know what you're doing. You think them promised land people going to come back down here and try to build that casino. Thanks to me, they're going to have to vote on it. And niggas ain't coming out in this pandemic to vote for your white brother. Whether the referendum go through or not, the Pink isn't going to be on the chopping block. Corbin tells Uncle Clifford, yeah, there'll be a point when you're going to need to sell, and I'll be right here with my $1 bill. I hope this season that we get to learn more about Haley, because she knew her shit. So I want to know what was her past life like, because she's such a mystery, and now she's around here and she's, throwing her weight around. I don't know. Maybe she really is trying to get this club back and up and running. I don't know. But we need more backstory on her. Haley done took it upon herself to do the grand open tomorrow on Uncle Clifford's birthday. Uncle Clifford said, well, it's not really about the grand opening being on his birthday. It's just that the Pink need to keep its legs closed. It's in need of a douche. On top of that, they don't even have a DJ. This caused a big spat between the two. Haley thing is, they need to make money soon as possible, or they're going to find themselves having to take an offer from Corbin. Haley tells Clifford, you know where we are and why, so I suggest that you follow my lead. Uncle Clifford went the fuck off. Heifer, you came here on some fraud, perpetrating, fake, scamming ass shit. You better recognize which bitch get applause around here. Haley told him, you want an applause so much, how about you DJ tonight? All you're really good for is running your damn mouth. Uncle Clifford was 38 hot. Like, you know what? You know what? Ooh, I'm too much of a cat to be fucked by a kitten. I was rolling. Uncle Clifford is so hilarious. Now, in my opinion, can Uncle Clifford dress? Hell no, he be looking a damn mess. But he funny as hell. I love him. Anyway, back to the story. I think Holly is right about they need to get back to business. First of all, they need to really clean that busted ass club up. And maybe if a casino is built, they will have a lot of customers, more business for them. Because they keep looking busted, and if you building a new building and then a regular building there, that investors are always going to offer to try to buy you out. And they can get to the point where they can get a petition and force you out. Their complaint will be, well, they're renewing this area, building up business, and you're just not moving with the times. And what they're trying to build there will bring in more revenue to the city. So they need to fix that up. So as Uncle Clifford is marching out, Mercedes comes storming in. He has the flyers. Who approved this shit on Uncle Clifford's birthday? Uncle Clifford tells her, don't worry about it, because Autumn Nights Lakeisha Haley Savage will be by herself tomorrow. Where the blessings reside, where the blessings reside. Look at Pastor Woodbine. She done got herself a commercial for the Breath of Life Full Gospel Baptist Tabernacle Church. Miss Ernestine, she was watching it from her TV while listening to it. How the hell this hoe become a pastor? She purchased it with Mercedes money, Miss Ernestine. Uncle Clifford, he comes in there and he is plexed up, damn near fighting the air, swinging in the air. Ernestine asks him, what that bitch do now? Why don't you just kill the bitch? No, Miss Ernestine, no. Clifford tells her everything that happens, and he's like, I'm not even going to be there. So Miss Ernestine, she get excited. She's like, yes, let's just throw a celebration for your birthday. Boom, boom, zoom with your ace boom coons. Uncle Clifford isn't trying to hear any of it. He's not feeling up to it for his 40th celebration. On top of that, he's feeling bad that he's turning 40 and he still lives with his grandmother. And also on top of that, he haven't had any dick in 5 months. Since a little Murda, probably. I'm quite sure it was. He's just having a meltdown, which a lot of people, when they reach this milestone, have a meltdown. This is totally normal, especially when you don't feel like you're where you should be in your life, or where you tell yourself you should be, I should say, because nobody can tell us where we should be. Uncle Clifford is feeling it. He goes in his room and he locks himself in there. Now, it's a knock on the door. Miss Ernestine, she goes, she tried to call Clifford, but he wouldn't answer. He's in his phone. She answers the door, and it's little Murda. Ernestine was happy that he came by. And when Clifford heard his voice, he straightened up quick as shit. Clifford, he creeps to the door, but he goes behind the door where little Murda couldn't see him. But actually, little Murda did see him through the reflection in the mirror. Little Murda told Ernestine to give Clifford this message. He said that he's sorry the way things ended, that he wished that he could have handled it better, all that jazz. And I do think that little Murda is sincere. I really do. And I really hope they make it. I like them together. I don't know how little Murda will come out and be, live in his truth. But that's the reason why Uncle Clifford can't mess with him right now. And I understand that you can't play with a person's heart. Like, he was kicking on this game. I want to do X, Y, and Z with you. But as soon as they got the opportunity to be in public, Lil Murda, he played them. And that's not right. When Lil Murda left Ernestine, she goes back inside and she tells Clifford, you complaining about dick. Amazon done delivered it right to your door. Andre done told his wife that he need to stay down there until the will gets read. And he's at the house and he noticed that it's a water hose connection from Mayor Ruffin's home going to several different neighbors' home. So when he goes and asks about it, they tell him, that Mayor Ruffin, he would help the neighbors out that couldn't pay their water bill. He would give them the connection from his house. So Andre, he goes in and he's looking through all this paperwork and he finds all these, I don't know, he made I think they were all bills, and I couldn't understand what was going on, because what Andre said, he was like, the ghetto Robin Hood. So what I get from that is he's taking from the rich and giving to the poor. But like, was he finagling the water bills or something? I don't know. That was unclear. We also see how Mayor Ruffin installed hope in Andre, how he was a positive figure, a father figure in his life. On a home video, someone told Andre that he couldn't be president. Mayor Ruffin told him, shut the fuck up. And he told Andre, look, people is going to tell you this, but you have to be strong and show them that you can. I miss Mayor Ruffin. We also see that Mayor Ruffin was an OG. He was about that life. It looks like it in that video. Derek bitch ass done found out that Keyshawn went down to the Family Dollar to see Diamond, and he's going manic. She tells him that she just went down there for some moon pies. She didn't know that he would be there. And she's like, I'm sorry. He was yelling at me. And Derek is like, huh? He yelled at you? Derek hating ass. He goes over. He calls Family Dollar, make a complaint. Yeah, that security officer down there, he yelled at my girlfriend, X, Y, and Z, blah, blah, blah. He need to be fired. Keyshawn, when he hangs up, Keyshawn is like, yeah, he lied. He lied and said that you call him a gutter nigga. Like, who would say that? Derek denies it. I would never say that. So Keyshawn, she asks him, how did you know where I was? Of course, Derek has a tracker on her phone. And the sheriff that he told him that Diamond worked at the Family Dollar. Keyshawn tells him, look, I just wanted to get some air. And then she's telling him, it's time for me to go back out and make some money. And Derek is like, no. Keyshawn, she brings up the tour. Derek said, oh, hell no. He's like, it's unsafe. You might get shot. You have to worry about getting shot before Corona. Why? Because Lil Murda is black, Derek? Keyshawn, she gets in a mode where she has to stroke his ego, and she tells him, look, we need the house that we want, the big backyard for the kids, the jacuzzi to make love in. We need to achieve our dreams, and that's when it'll be enough. And because Dirk bitch ass know that he can't provide those things for her, he tells Keyshawn to, look, call up Rome and tell him to come by the house tomorrow and we'll discuss this. Rome comes by and he's going on and on about the things that he done for his branding deals with Keyshawn and how much they can make on this tour. All Dirk bitch ass is worried about is Keyshawn staying with Lil Murda. He does not trust Lil Murda at all. Jerome tells Derek he could give a fuck where Lil Murda stays, but his client will be safe and sound at a luxurious hotel suite. So Keyshawn is like, hold up, does this suite come off my cut? How about the costumes? How about the travel expenses? All of this. If this going to be coming off my cut, I mean, this sounds like it's not even worth. I don't know about this. And she's telling Rome all of this because she want to play Derek out of position. She need to try to make a plan to leave Derek because Keyshawn, I don't have no patience for her. She's getting on my nerves because she has several opportunities to leave. I'm sorry. So Rome leaves the house and he winds up in a car with Lil Murda. Lil Murda manager from the funeral home and his cousin. Now, Lil Murda cousin, he's going to be his bodyguard. They done picked him up from the jailhouse. And it appeared that Lil Murda wasn't too happy about his release. And I think you ever had somebody that you love and it was cool, you may grew up with them and everything, but you know in your adult life that you had to separate from them. Maybe it's that. I was talking to them and he's like, yeah, I don't know what's going on up in there. She told me to come on through and try to convince him to let her go on tour. Now she's trying to act like I'm not giving her the best deal. Lil Murda said, we might gotta go in there and Django that bitch. Please do it. Please do it. I want Derek gone. It's just going on and on, talking about the brands he put together. They paying for the tour. And the only reason why they sponsoring this tour here is because of Keyshawn. So, yeah, we going to need her. And as soon as he said that, Keyshawn, she texted him like, thanks, I'll do the rest. Okay, the pink is back in full effect. Now, the ladies, they seem to have a better rapport with Haley than they do Mercedes. And it could be because we know how Mercedes is. She just have that mean girl attitude. Like, she not going to like you until she get to know you. And that could be a turn off to some people, especially these two girls because, well, the two newer girls, how they just was looking at her like, girl, calm down. It's because, look, they got their game airtight. They really don't need you to coach them on too much. Maybe orientating them on how the club work and the different services they offer and things of that sort. They have their pole dancing down pat. A few moments later, shit is going to hell. Toy come out there. She complaining about Big Bone, who's on the table. She's doing a dance for somebody. And she's not supposed to do that. That's a no-no. You cannot, the bottle girls cannot take away from the stripper girls. I said this in last episode. The strippers are the highlight. People come there to see the strippers. Bottle girls should not be taking the dancers, customers by sitting up there doing a lap dance on the bar. Oh, I forgot this. The new girl Whispers, she's some daggone energy, spiritual channeler person. She channels spirits and energy. I don't know what the hell it is, but I don't get into that. So she was trying to tell who was Jupiter baby daddy. Now Jupiter done told Uncle Clifford that she don't have no baby daddy drama, but her baby daddy down there, he talking about he want the results for his test or some shit like that. Uncle Clifford, he's supposed to be at the DJ booth. He was just DJing, and now he in the kitchen setting the kitchen on fire. Meanwhile, while that's going on, Uncle Clifford, he's at home. His grandmother done made him a cupcake. He said, She tried it. Uncle Clifford is on Instagram. He's just strolling, and then he goes to Lil Murda, and he sees Lil Murda fly yet, and he's like, damn, he's missing that old thing. Ernestine, she's fussing for Clifford to come out and take the trash out. I was like, hold up, is this a Halloween episode? Because we see a scream mask looking through the window. If he come down, grab the trash, take it outside, and he gets attacked. He's just a fighting. They put his ass in the trunk, pull off. Uncle Clifford is just a praying and confessing his sins. I'm sorry for this, that, and there. I'm sorry for chopping up that body and burning it. They take his mask off, and it's his friends from his community, the LGBT community, that threw him a beautiful birthday party. Wasn't that guy the Money Reside guy? I think that was him. Anyway, they are turning up at the party, and all Uncle Clifford could think about is Lil Murda. And I hate that when you just out, you should be enjoying yourself, and all you can think about is a nigga on your goddamn mind. Uncle Clifford, he sees Lil Murda in every guy that's similar to Lil Murda. He's making it out to be Lil Murda. So the Money Resides guy, he's clocking this dude. He said he sees some trade over there at 12 o'clock. So they all look, and it's the DJ, and he kind of does look like Lil Murda. So being as though Uncle Clifford is in this mood, he's like, yeah, you mess with him, then you'll find yourself bent over crying at a jukebox. And you don't even know why. And then he showed them Lil Murda picture. Uncle Clifford girlfriend is like, damn, you better go get him if that's what you want. What's Uncle Clifford rule 99? Life is like cocaine. It can get blown at any minute. For whatever reason, Uncle Clifford, he calls her out. He said, last I remember, you was sitting in a jail cell for prostitution. She said, yeah, so what, you gonna give me a job at the Pink? I gotta work. I gotta make my money. And Uncle Clifford was about to tell her, come on now, these straight guys, that's not a place for you. And she said, there you go. You all out here trying to air me out, but I like where I'm at. Do you? And I think that Uncle Clifford probably do have to ask himself, what are the things that he wants? Because we do see him, we never see his friends. He's always surrounded by women, and he run a club that caters to straight men. On top of that, he's in a situation with Little Murda, who wants to be in hiding. So from where his friend point of view is that she's living her life free and proud to be who she is. If that's selling pussy, she's proud of it. But can Uncle Clifford say the same for himself? After that was over, Uncle Cliff, he goes and get him some skates. And it's the DJ, the boy from the DJ. Oh, maybe that wasn't the DJ. He always was giving out the skates. Well, he come over there and they get to talking. And Uncle Clifford want him to pull down his mask because she got to see that this really isn't Lil Murda, because he has the same features as Lil Murda. No, that's not Lil Murda, but he ready to murder it. Next thing we know, we see him giving Uncle Clifford some birthday oral sex. That's your way to take your mind off Lil Murda. Back at the Paint on stage, we got Beyonce with Kelly and Michelle, and that is Mercedes, Whispers, and Roulette, and they is fucking the stage up. Okay, Roulette and Whispers and Mercedes by herself, they just fucking it up. Whispers and Roulette, they are like a dynamic duo. They just work good together, and they're just doing all these tricks. They doing cartwheels down the pole. God damn it, I thought her ass was going to fall to the floor. He came back down that pole so gracefully. Mercedes, she don't like that shit right there. She don't like that. So she go over there, she's turn her amps up, she's lighting up her heels, and she's just trying to fuck it up too. And we know that Mercedes, she is an entertainer. She can fuck the pole up as well. Every time Roulette and Whispers would do something, Mercedes, she felt like she got to step it up a notch. Just do more, because every time the attention would go on Mercedes, they'd be like, oh shit, you see what they did? Oh my goodness. She just trying to keep up with them. She's pushing herself, and her shoulder is telling her, bitch, fuck no. Mercedes, she try to put this just going for the gusto. And that was the wrong move. Her ass came smack down on the floor on her back. Next thing she wake up, we at Diamond House. Why Diamond House? Because the hospitals was packed and Clifford, they done call him. He told Mercedes, I knew right where to bring you to. Now, Diamond, he does have a military background, and I thought that he would do something chiropractic shit. I know he's not a chiropractic doctor, but I thought he was going to pop some bones and to something like that. Diamond as well is channeling some type of energy and spirits. I don't know what the hell this is. I don't know where we're going with this with the pink. But I'm not that one at all. I'm not that one. I don't even know what to call this, okay? So Diamond, he goes to her shoulder. He's doing his work. He said he took off 7 pounds. He whatever he took off, he put on a scale. We can't see it. It weighs 7 pounds. And that shit was just creepy as shit. I know deep down in the South, they with all that and it goes deep in the roots. So I don't even know what to call it. So I'm not even going to try to be, disrespectful and none of that. Also, I realized with Diamond, that necklace that he gave Keyshawn, maybe he made that especially for her. Because remember at first he said he got it from somebody that was in the military with him and they gave it to him before he died. So I don't know, but I think it's a reason why at the Family Dollar that Diamond didn't take it back from Keyshawn, because apparently Diamond know his shit. Saying that it comes from that night. It takes 7 pounds to pull a trigger. 7 pounds of pressure to pull a trigger, something like that. Speaking of the time when Martavius, that thing that happened with Martavius. So Haley was snooping around and she sees Martavius' ring and she asked him, like, why would you keep this? Why you didn't get rid of this? And he said, no, like, to be fair, I'm the one who moved the body and hid it so nobody is going to find it. We need this ring. I need this ring for protection, and it's going to protect you as well. Haley asked him to come back down the club to work, and Diamond tells them, like, yeah, I need to, because he just lost his job because of Derek. He said, but he'd rather not, because that night it just brought out some other feelings. And I'm wondering what's that about. Haley gonna say, we can stage the building. Girl, sit down somewhere. Mercedes, she's just like, she can't deal with Haley no more. She got some bad juju on her something. She says Martavius come to her in her dreams and tell her that Haley left him and her daughter, and that she's not coming back. Mercedes, she wants Haley to leave, not tomorrow, next week, to motherfucking night. So Haley, she finds herself down at the paint, and that's where she's going to be sleeping. Why is she going to be sleeping there? I don't know, because off the bat, she should have made sure she had a place to stay. Haley, she pulls her drink and she's all grinding on the pole, and it's dirty as shit up in the paint. Why they don't clean up at night when the club closed? Anyway, in comes strolling Ashley Larry, Andre. And it sounds like that Haley, she's open to selling it now, because she says she's waiting on that big dick offer. She also says she learned from a woman to always keep your clothes in bags, because you never know when you have to leave. So she stays ready. Andre, he thanks Haley for making him attend the funeral. How is that possible? How did she make you? Them two together, it's going to irritate me. It's going to irritate me. I'm tired of Ashley Larry already. Another thing that's going to irritate me, if we're going to keep having these spooky type things, I can't deal with it. Like, this felt like a Halloween episode. We got to mention when Haley in a club, she's standing there. So she's in a club, and on the TV monitors, we see Martavius up in the Paradise Room. I can't deal. And lastly, Keyshawn over here, and she is gonna put it on Derek so he can allow her to go on tour. She's like, we've been doing good. We haven't fought in a long time. You're going to have to trust me. I almost killed a man for you, Derek. I love you. What the fuck is this shit? It's very frustrating to me because it's not like Keyshawn does not. She's the breadwinner of the household. She can go wherever she wants. She has connections. She can drop this chicken dinner. Well, child, she done fucked him too. He said yes, because we see her in the morning. She's kissing her babies goodbye, and she hops in a gold hearse with little Murda and the rest of the crew. They're about to get this money. And that's where the episode ends. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.